Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. There's something people don't understand about Luo Nyanza. And allow me to expound this in a way that you're able to understand so that you don't get lost in between the false political promises you're being told on media for the sake of passing time and hoodwinking some people to think that they will get support. I have listened to speeches from Luo leaders. I have carefully been listening to James Orengo. I have been carefully listening to Anyang' Nyong'o. I have been carefully listening to Gladys Wanga. And I have listened to the former CS Eldon Wall. And when you sample all the utterances, you come up with one conclusion on the fate of Raila Odinga's marriage with William Ruto. You get a clear conclusion on where this marriage is headed to. I do not want to insinuate anything, but I want to do an analysis that is fair so that you as an individual, you make your own informed decision on where to stand in between the coming 2027 general election. Without much ado, I'll give you a video clip of Eldon Wall, and he was speaking yesterday in a church function in Luo Nyanza. And these sentiments will be our basis of analysis. It will be our root. It will be our foundation to what we are going to discuss in this particular video. Can we listen to Eldon Wall?
If you put together that history of the fight for independence and the membership of this church at 5 million plus, we must be on the table where the cake of this country is being shared. We are an integral stakeholder. It's not only the political class who can be on the table. We are an integral stakeholder. And moving forward, I want to urge members of this church, IBC is just being reconstituted. Subsequent to that, get everybody who is a member of this church to first of all get IDs for the youth who don't have IDs, and those who have IDs to register as voters, so that we also chart our own destiny in this coming election. So, Governor Kindi, that's the message you are giving me from here to the president, that Nomia Church will be a stakeholder in this coming election. We will negotiate with anybody else who wants to be president. And if we are not negotiating with anybody else who wants to be president, we will present a presidential candidate ourselves. We are going to get to a situation where in Luo Nyanza here, if you don't get support from Nomia Church, you will not be elected. Nomia is bigger than any political movement in Luo Nyanza.
Yes. I want to carefully analyze the sentiments. Eldon Wall is saying we must be on the table when the cake is being shared. We must be on the national table when the cake is being shared. He says everyone must register as a voter so that we may also chart our own path in the coming general election. It continues to say, we must be stakeholders in the coming 2027 government. And by the way, it concludes by saying, by giving a threat to William Ruto, that we may present our candidate also. Let us carefully examine the sentiments. The Luo Nyanza region has always been on the table when cakes are being shared. And how do they get to the table? they get to the table by fielding a candidate to rival other candidates. And all along, they have been fielding Raila Odinga to rival candidates. Raila Odinga was fielded to rival Moi. He was included in the government. Raila was fielded to rival Mwai Kibaki. He was given a prime ministerial position in 2008. Raila was fielded to muscle Uhuru Kenyatta, the famous handshake of 2018, where kulikuwa na hii maneno tunaita the famous handshake between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. In 2022, Raila was fielded to muscle William Ruto. And in 2024, Raila is being supported for the AUC ambition. And in 2025, Raila is being told, our prime minister. That is how they find themselves on the national table, the ODM party. So, what am I trying to say? The ODM party has thrived in handshakes. Yeah? They contest. If a rival candidate wins, they join Kenyans in demanding for electoral justice. Then we bring havoc. We move to the handshake in the name of uniting Kenya. So, the question I want to pose, do you think Raila Odinga will just sit as the ODM party leader and blindly say Ruto tosha in 2027? And we know very well, Ruto ni mtu ukiambia tosha na kutumia, after winning, it dumps you. Look at what he did to Rigathi Gachagua. Look at what he did to Ndindi Nyoro. Look at what he has done to J.B. Muturi. Look at what he has done to Musalia Mudavadi. And he's going to do the same on Moses Wetangula. So do you think Raila will just sit under the tree? Aseme sasa, I am not going for the campaigns. As ODM, we are not fielding any presidential candidates. This time round, we are not campaigning. Our work is to just sit and say Ruto tosha. Do you think Raila is going to do that? And you expect, after Ruto wins, you expect Ruto to bring ODM to the national cake. That is what you believe. With William Ruto's character, that is what you believe. Let me tell you, Kenyans, whether you like it or not, ODM is going to have a presidential candidate. Whether you like it or not. I assure you. Just wait. We are just few years to the general election. Towards the end of next year, wewe ngoja. ODM, get it from me. ODM and Raila Odinga is going to have a presidential candidate. Last year, Gladys Wanga, the ODM national chairperson, said that, you know, ODM will have a candidate in the coming 2027 general election. That's what she said. Nila nilitafuta your speech ikanikosa, but for those of you who remember, you can attest that's what he said. So, those of you say that ODM itasema Ruto 10 tena ama Ruto 5 tena with the kind of speeches from James Orengo, with the kind of speeches from Edwin Sifuna, with the kind of speeches from Eliud Owalo, with the kind of speeches from Raila Odinga recently, with the kind of speeches from Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, and then you say ODM is not going to have a candidate. The marriage between William Ruto and Raila Odinga will crumble sooner than we thought. God bless you. So in the next video, asanteni sana.